Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 18 of Forgecraft with Soren. What's up, buddy?
Whoa.
I see you're duping things.
I am. And
what else
it's
is
not raw.
Oh, it's not raw? Oh, nice. Okay.
No.
Cool. So we found that when you use resonant ender buckets to craft items, it doesn't use up the resonant ender bucket. So,
Yeah.
So it does use the other items. It uses the dusts, but it doesn't use
Correct.
the resonant ender bucket to make resonant ender dust. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. So did you figure out a way to pump up this liquid, or is it completely not possible?
I don't know if it's completely not possible, but I used a destructor as well, and it made it the oil. The other oil.
Which oil?
Not this one. The actual additions, I think.
So it acted like a bucket for pickup.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a bummer. How about shale? Did you have any luck getting shale out of the quantum quarry?
Not before we ran out of power. No, I've been trying to get. We haven't got any platinum either, so I don't even know.
Well, it depends how long have you been running it, I guess, because it regenerates that chunk after it clears it, right? So it would probably take a while to clear and then regenerate, and then
It ran for a while, but I'll just leave it running for a little bit now.
yeah. Is it all importing into the refined storage system already?
Into the system. Yeah.
Where's that happening? Oh, there it is.
It's just
Yeah, I
below the
see it
block,
down
yeah.
there. I see it. Neat. All right. Well, if we can't get shale, then I'm not sure what to say. We haven't gotten shale yet. I mean, I do have tree oil, but that's not fun. I mean, I was hoping that thermodynamics would give us like an interesting mechanic for fuel production. So like refined fuel, that does 2 million, and that comes from... So we could use liquefacted coal if we wanted to. Like we can pulverize coal. I don't think that works with charcoal though. It only looks like it works with coal. But we could use liquefacted coal to do what we're looking to do and process that a few times.
Yeah,
I'm assuming we have a lot of coal.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
Cool. So are you storing coal in a compacting drawer, or...
No, it's just in the system, I think. I think I even filtered it out. No.
Okay, because we have blocks of coal in there that I wasn't sure if that was as a result. It looks like it's almost a 9th, too. So I was like, oh, it's almost a 9th. It's more like a 10th, but still. So we could set up like a liquefacted coal system if you want. That could be cool.
We could.
Wouldn't that be neat?
Mm-hmm. I'm working on making something while you do that.
Uh-oh. Have you taught this thing how to make things and stuff?
I've taught it how to make a few things and stuff, not probably things you need.
So refined fuel comes from a fractioning still, and liquefacted coal in a fractioning still. So we need 2 fractioning stills, which that is one of them. So what are you doing that's awful and I should be ashamed of?
So I'm making funky locomotion machine.
Oh boy. Because that doesn't sound dangerous.
No, not at all. I realized we made a mistake. We should have at least crafted some of the blocks before we updated COFH. Because I changed the recipes to match COFH.
Oh, gotcha. For funky locomotion?
Indirium. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So let's get some flux ducts. Hardened might be good enough for now. Or, I mean, we could do redstone. Let's go with the hardened tier. I'm debating if I want to, like, straight up, like, build an entire... Like, you haven't built many machines from this mod, have you?
Whatever machines are near the quarry, I just kind of place them down, and I'm done anything with them.
Fair enough.
So if you want to do that.
insane, or is there no Invar ingot in JEI?
Okay, I can't. Yes. Yes to both.
Right?
You're not wrong. I had to do that with Endurium. I didn't realize it was just because I couldn't. It wasn't there. I thought it was just blind. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's actually thermal. Yeah, none of the ingots from thermal expansion shows. Only blocks. No nuggets, no ingots.
Right?
I guess just go for the block and click a couple times.
If you look up the recipe for the block, you don't even see.
I do.
You do? Because I didn't.
10 went through. Oh, Invar. You mean? Yeah. No, I see Invar.
Ingots in the form of a block recipe? I didn't. Weird.
Yeah, if I click Invar block, it'll tell me the recipe for ingots. Or all the way. That might be a config issue.
It could be, yeah. So I'm gonna make an induction smelter here. So I'm thinking it's about time I make like a room full of machines. So we've got a pulverizer. I might make a separate pulverizer here. Let's make a furnace. I'm assuming you haven't made any of the thermal machines, right? Or am I like doing this for no reason?
They're over in any of them are in the quantum quarry room. I just placed them down.
Oh, okay. So you have, all right, you have a magma crucible and a fluid transposer. That's good. And you already have an induction smelter, so that's cool. But, oh well, that's fine. We'll find a use for them.
Yeah, I mean, also.
Yeah.
Let me get. We also found another bug yesterday when the other day when you left.
Oh.
Furnace. If I place this down, I'm just gonna place 2 furnaces down.
Okay.
And you really only need 1. But say I want to get both of them, like if I want to break them both, I would use a 3x3 spell or something like that. I now have 3 furnaces.
Well, that's interesting. How does
anything
that
affected by psi in terms of break block?
It doubles it? Is that only for thermal machines?
It did it with thermal machines only, and that might be on psi and thermal expansion, just those 2. Because I tried a Tinker's Hammer and didn't do it.
Weird. See, guys, this is why Forgecraft exists. I'm gonna say it again.
No bugs ever exist.
No bugs.
Oh.
So a bucket of
features.
this stuff should be about 2 million RF. Now, I think with overclocker upgrades, we should be able to get this to be like a really large amount of RF production. Probably like, I want to say 640 or even more maybe per block. We'll have to see. But this could be a neat approach. Where should I build my... I'm going to put it in that power gen room that you have downstairs.
Oh,
That's where I'm going to build this. So maybe over on this wall. So like, let's say pulverizer on the right. Boom. And then we'll have fractioning stills. And I'm going to auto input enabled. Input, output, output. So like that. Cool. And let's grab one of those wireless dudes.
Behold my machine of power!
I'm beholding it. What's it do? Oh, goodness. You are dangerous with that kind of stuff. Does it still have the swapping thing where it's like a teleport bit?
There is a teleport and a projector. I don't know what the projector does yet.
That's cool. Frame projector, huh? That looks neat. And it uses a puller to do it, so that's interesting. And a frame booster? That's cool. Neat, dude. Frame teleporter.
This is fine.
This is fine. Don't... Like, I like how the first thing you decide to move with frames is a nuke. Like, that's 100% Soren right there.
Oh. I just like how long that took you. It's like, don't. It's like, well, it's already been doing. Like, kid picks up this drink. Don't drink my drink. It's already half gone.
Here,
Oh.
you want to do me something that would be super useful?
Sure.
Make it so I can request resonant conversion kits through the refined storage system.
Resonant conversion kits.
Yes.
Okay.
And speed augments.
Can do.
Whichever one's the speed upgrade. The augment, it's the
It's
speed
the first
upgrade.
one.
Is it this?
It's
Auxiliary
reception coil. It
Yeah. Yeah, teach that too.
Okay.
That would be super useful. That's weird. I think the bounding box on your little light things is like the full block, even though it renders half.
Yeah.
Is that true?
That's one of my biggest complaints about it. Because I've hit them so many times because they're full block.
Right? Alright, so in theory, this, technically these should be moved. Technically these aren't needed yet, but they'll go behind in a minute. So in theory, this system should be put in coal, get out that stuff that I want. Right? So that will go over to here. No, I need magma crucible, don't I? Yes, I need a magma crucible in there. So forgot about that one. I knew I was forgetting something along the line. Right, so that's the same as that. And auto input shouldn't be needed, so then we can do that. Are you still reaching over to there? Oh, we'll find out in a minute. And then magma crucible. You, I'm gonna want. Let's do this. Let's get 2 of you. Could always use more chests. So that. So now he should push to there, to there, to there. Hello, Mushroom.
Moo.
And that should be there. So then you should be processing and fractioning, and eventually this will fraction, and that'll be cool. Everybody reaches? I guess we'll find out in a second. Serving 5 tiles, so maybe. Now you should be golden. Cool. Naphtha. Did you get my resonant conversion kit going yet?
No. There's a lot of things crafting that are required for that.
I know. That's why I made you do it. I didn't want to set all that up.
I thought you meant just the last upgrade kit. Like, I can do the resonant one. That's no problem. We have a dupe bug that's causing problems here.
No, resonant conversion kit. I was very clear about that.
I haven't even upgraded machines next to you to that. I'm not doing that right now.
Fair enough. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. So I have a refined fuel production line down here. That's actually like pretty straightforward and easy to set up. And if I speed these up with conversion kits, now refined fuel can be used in a compression dynamo. So do I have to set this up then? Is that what I'm doing now?
I mean, realistically I would just make like 4 and be done. But if you want to set up automation for it.
Well, I do, because I need like there's a lot of, if we're gonna do the compression dynamos, then they're gonna need to be upgraded too, right?
Okay,
because they're default 40, but I think you can get them as high as 640, maybe even higher. I don't know. I haven't checked it out in 111 yet, but in 1.7 I think 640 was like per machine, and that's pretty good.
All right,
so I can work on automating it if you want. It's all good with me. I mean, I'll teach the rest.
I don't care either.
I'll get the pattern.
I was just trying to figure out the. Okay, I was just trying to figure out the justification for it.
Look, don't question me. The justification is that I asked. I wish I had your stream open right now. I want to see what your face looks like.
Rude.
All right, resonant conversion kit is that. So we're gonna have to know how to make resonant upgrade kits. I'm assuming none of these things are known. Signalum upgrade.
Do what?
I'm assuming none of these things are known how to be made.
No, not really.
Like, you haven't taught any recipes, right? Like, I'm gonna go and start with like how to make Invar.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll need it.
So we're gonna want bronze gear.
The system doesn't know how to make crafters, so you could be able to do that pretty easily.
I want to make sure I have the right gears on each of these guys. Like the ones that are simple to make. So I'm gonna reset all these. So that's resonant conversion kit. So that's the right kind of gear. That's the right kind of gear, right? Yeah. That's the right kind of gear. So let's go get the right kind of gear. Really, is that the only kind of bronze gear that exists? Well, if that's the only kind of bronze gear, seems weird. Okay, cool. Where are your auto crafters? Are they in the basement?
They're right next to you.
Oh, okay, cool. So now can you actually make one of these? Missing 4 bronze. Now, assuming forestry bronze exists, we should be able to just make it like this. Ow. I'm lost now. I don't know where I am.
I did it the other day. I landed my base like, where am I? All the rooms look the same.
So I'm going to want to ore dictionary this. So let's remove these guys. Put them back. Upgrade kit. That way you're ore dictionary now. Now if I ask for a gear, you're cool. And now I can do my upgrade kit. Even though you keep wanting to use that one, I should be able to do this manually now and force it. Cool. So now you know how to make all those 4 parts. So you probably don't know how to make Invar. But the rest of it you know how to make. So we'll have to teach you how to make Invar, Electrum, Hardened Glass, Signalum, Cryotheum, Enderium, and Pyrotheum Dust. So Pyrotheum Dust is pretty easy. Right. Cryotheum Dust isn't terrible. We'll have to teach you how to make this, which is usually Snowball with Redstone. So that's cool. And I'm assuming Soren has a lot of snowballs. No doubt there. Niter? Do we have a lot of Niter? We have a bit of Niter. Let's get some sandstone stairs. I'm actually going to make a bunch and just dump it in there. Wow, we don't actually have a lot of sand, do we? We're actually quite low on sand, aren't we?
You can craft it.
Yeah, I know, but...
Just hit Control-Shift, and then...
It just takes a while, that's all.
Yeah, I can make that pretty fast, actually.
It's as fast as it can go right now, I think, in the crusher. Where'd you take all the machines?
They're just to the right. It's pretty easy to find them. Look for the yellow symbol.
Oh, I see. And this is where we'll set up the stuff and things?
Yeah.
Cool. Can you set up crafters behind them and imports? Or you want me to do that?
Yeah, I can do that. I already have 4. Or some more machines.
What's that?
How many do we have? I know we have 4 machines there. Will we have any more?
So we're gonna need to do magma crucible and fluid transposers, but they're gonna have to be like different because you can't, because they're different machines, you know.
Right.
So we'll do that and we'll do this.
Well, we can do blocking mode now, so that's gonna be nice.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's cool. So I'll set everything to import from the back and export to the bottom.
Okay.
So that should be cool. Okay. Back in a second, guys. Alright, guys, we're back. I'm setting up things and stuff.
I should probably turn off my hamster printer.
I, for one, would appreciate it. So I'm placing all the blocks. I'm going to rely on you to wire them up appropriately.
Okay.
And this has blocking mode now? So how do you do blocking mode?
There's a button on the left.
Not for me, there isn't.
Oh, I remember seeing it. Can you remove it?
I'm not sure how I feel about there being so many different types of hardened glass now.
Yeah, at least they're all usable, but I feel like it's just confusing.
I imagine the goal is that eventually, like, you know, there'll be a reason for that, but...
Hopefully.
Like, maybe there'll be, like, a pattern to it or something?
The blocking mode seems to be gone entirely. Because there was a button there.
Yeah, it's weird, right? I thought it was added. Maybe he took it out because it was buggy or something.
Then maybe, I don't know. Because I remember seeing that button and I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of useful, and then didn't need it. I don't know. Maybe it's an upgrade? I don't think so. Crafting upgrade, possibly. Okay, let's see.
So that should be cool, right? That equals that. So we're going to put this in here, you in here for the induction doohickey. Cool. So now if I asked for hardened glass, can you wire up the crafters behind the machines when you get a sec with your conduits and cabling?
Sure.
Thank you, sir. All right, so that's cool. Let's now set up. So we've got things and stuff, right? So I guess if I wanted to do this pattern, like, so if I wanted cryothium dust, we're going to need to know how to use blizz powder, right? So if I do this, and then we're going to say 2 redstone also goes into this. This should work. And this pattern goes in here. And then we're going to want a couple filters.
There's no good way to hook these up. All right.
I'm going to need a grid over there. Yeah, that ain't happening soon. All right, let's get filters.
I'll always connect these for a moment just so you can get them working, but
that's fine. Yeah, you can rewire it if you want. Let me know when they're hooked up.
They're good.
Really? Missing lead ingot. You didn't have ore dictionary on, did you? Oh, blocking is in the processing, in the pattern thing. You said the pattern blocking mode.
Oh!
That's cool.
Okay, I remember the button. Okay. I think the player told me to be careful with the ore dictionary, so like use that in as minimal possible.
And the processing pattern encoder thing?
Yeah, just in general. For crafting with RS.
Okay.
I think at the moment.
We'll see what happens. So that should be cool now. So if I request hardened glass, that induction smelter's running, I presume? Or the pulverizer probably is at the moment.
Yeah.
Cool. That should work. And then we can set up the filter on this stuff with redstone and whatnot. Cool. So we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Is it induction smelting yet?
Yep.
Cool.
Should be done. Yep. Just pulling it out.
Nice. Got it.
Nice.
Okay.
This is my favorite block right here.
Which one?
The one in front of me.
The thing from Actually Additions?
Nope. The one I'm standing on.
Oh, hello. What's that?
It's the blast furnace.
Okie dokie then.
I used the moving one on the block just to see what if I could get. You know how the middle block is the ticking one.
You're such an awful person.
Yeah.
So Magma Crucible is gonna get you. Snow. We'll go in here, and that should be cool, right? So you and you, check, check, check. Cool. So if I want a conversion kit, what's left to teach? You need to know how to make Electrum. You need to know how to make some of these gears. Lumium, Electrum gear. Okay. Which one of these did I do the wrong thing on? Probably... Yeah. You. So now you should know how to do the glass thing. So you need sulfur dust, coal dust, electrum, signalum, and lumium. That seems fair enough. So electrum. Comes from... No, that's funny. I'm not seeing electrum ingots either. Really. I'm seeing them from embers.
All ingots are.
They're all
Type in the at thermal. Only the blocks are shown.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll cycle the ore dictionary in whatchamacallit, so that's good at least. So I can bring it up that way.
Yeah.
Like if you look up the recipe of something that uses electrum, it'll cycle it. So let's do that, and let's also do Invar in the induction smelter. Let's teach you how to do that, because you're going to need that. Coal dust, I'm going to want you to know how to make, so let's do that one. So we'll have to do, one of these guys needs coal dust. I'm not entirely sure which. You? You. So I'm just going to set that. That was supposed to be that. Go into here. Totally missing sulfur dust, electrum gear, and lumium gear. Now for lumium, we get that by smelting lumium blend, which is these guys. What are you doing that's causing such lag?
I mean, is there any other question?
I know what you're doing. You're playing with the thingy, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're terrible. You're terrible.
I was just wondering, like, out of curiosity, what happens if you have two pushers push at the exact same time, but one tile takes one moment, not the other?
Right.
I was more curious, what happens if one is moving and tries to push that?
So I believe this is 4 glowstone still. Right. So let's finally teach it, just so that it knows how to get pulverized tin. And pulverized silver. You know what? You're not ore dictionarying, are you? So you need to be for these two. That one, not so much. Cool. So you should now know how to do this and this. This guy gets the bucket. We're gonna have to whitelist glowstone and buckets. You know how to craft that now, right? Do I have a bucket on me? Nope.
Dire.
Yes.
Come towards our cloches to me.
No.
You're gonna like this.
I'm afraid of what you've done, so I don't want to do that.
But it's funny.
I don't want it.
I've been framed.
So you need to go into the... We didn't put a smelter over here, did we? We'll need a redstone furnace.
I thought we could just use a furnace. We have a furnace over there.
Yeah, you're right, we do. Where's the crafter for this thing?
Underneath it.
I see an interface import. There it is, crafter. Got it. Alright, let's see your crazy frame shenanigans.
Turn to your right.
I'm missing silver grit, tin dust, and sulfur dust. And an energized glowstone bucket.
I've been framed.
I can see that. So I'm gonna have to fix
like
you. Which one of these needed?
I thought it was an 8 out of 10 joke, but
Nope, horrible.
sad.
I'm gonna have to turn on Ore Dictionary for this. That's the problem. And this guy, I'm gonna need a bucket of glowstones. Let's do that real quick. So you and you should run appropriately. Can you speed up this magma crucible for me?
Oh, now you want me to speed it up?
Yes.
Done.
Wow, it takes a long time. Glowstone takes a long time to melt.
It's also running out of power, so
Yeah, that's not helping anything.
no, because the efficiency is based on power.
Right.
However, I can make that fine.
I mean, I can too.
All we need to do.
That'll get more power into it.
No.
Well, that works too.
Alright, should be done.
This is turning into a long episode, guys, but I have to fix this. Well, that should be cool now. Right, the bucket pattern. Gaseous fuel hot bucket is what's coming out, so we have to fix that. We have to do this, that, and then the 4 glowstone. Or liquids are definitely weird in JEI right now, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, which liquids?
Lots of them. Like, look up energized glowstone.
Okay, so CFH.
Yeah,
Next.
pretty much. So that's
They
everything.
may still be working
but
JEI integration.
Signalum ingots and sulfur dust. So which ones needed sulfur dust? Let's swap out pyrotheum. Let's make sure Ore Dictionary is on for that one. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap up the episode here, but we'll come back next time and get Signalum working, and then we can, ideally Soren, once we get this thing fully upgraded, I can test and see how much RF we can get out of this fuel thing. But we already got 5 buckets of refined fuel, and it'll be a lot faster once we can, I guess, what is the holdup here? The holdup is the fractioning stills. They seem to be the slower part of things.
I will say, after leaving the quarry running the entire time you've been recording,
Yeah.
it has not given any shale or platinum.
That's a bummer. Oh well,
Indeed.
we'll figure it out. Alright guys, for now, Daryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We will come back next time to do more things and stuff. Oh, destabilized redstone bucket is in there correctly this time at least. That's cool. But for you, we're going to have to do that manually. Alright guys, take it easy.